Alex was a very sensitive, genuine, and big-hearted person. He was self-doubting himself deep inside, and he compensated with helping others and just being really there for his friends. He just couldn't truly attend to what he really needed in all these last years of his life. Alex also had not just to struggle and deal with a very difficult two-home situation. He also was diagnosed with Tourette's, as if he hadn't enough to already navigate. So that adversity, not being able to talk about this, it was the big monster for him in the closet. That then led for Alex to never really solve and heal those core problems. And they, in his case, developed into anxiety and panic attack that were so unbearable that led to him seeking escape from substances. Today's world has changed 100% for our young people and for our teens. Of course, we're living in a drug-seeking culture. And affluent communities like Marin, we have it all. I mean, we have all the knowledge. We know what's good, what's bad, what's healthy. And yet there is a perceived normalization, a casual approach, a casual relationship with marijuana. Marin County has the highest suicide rate in the whole San Francisco Bay Area, the highest binge drinking and alcohol rate, highest rates for cannabis use among 11th graders in high schools. And as we know, very sadly, early and regular use of cannabis has a detrimental effect on the young developing brain. Of course, adolescence is a phase from 12 to 24 where our brains are forming. They're like pruning. And that's why teens have their crazy up and downs and the irrational decision making. Fentanyl is going around and it kills. And fentanyl is now in any illicit drug, particularly in those opioid drugs, but it can be in cocaine, could be in Adderall, in Xanax, very popular, oxycodone, even cannabis. People think they're by an illicit Xanax, and instead it's either laced with fentanyl or it's pure fentanyl, and one pill can kill. It's as much as a little tip of a pencil or 2 gram, like a little salt grain that can kill. And Alex had more of that in his body. Often I'm wondering, where is Alex now? Alex never used fentanyl and wasn't intending to use fentanyl. He was a victim of fentanyl poisoning, which is a newest crime, and it's a crisis that now does not only hit people who already have an addiction. It's not only in the San Francisco Tenderloin, where we hear the fentanyl deaths day by day, or in Philadelphia and all the other cities that are struggling. It is happening in American suburban affluent communities like ours, where teens who push their edges may go to a party and say, tonight, let's just do a Xanax. It could be a Xanax laced with fentanyl. The question, I think, is not necessarily about, well, why are we using all these drugs? The true question is, why is there so much suffering going on? Of course, underneath that need for substances, we cover up something. We want to numb, we want to compensate for something. I believe that we can transform the broken world we live in and move towards better. And for me personally, that has to do with really coming back home again. Do we really need to live and depend on substances, or can we maybe become our own master?